SAFM Breakfast is on now, and so is the Chemist Warehouse Christmas fragrance sale. Spoil yourself or your loved ones this Christmas with big brand fragrances at lowest prices. Shop in-store or online today.
Now listen.
Fave Bits, picked by Bernie and Emma G.
How's the energy?
Amazing. It's the SAFM Breakfast Podcast with Bernie and Emma G.
Every year, People magazine names the world's sexiest man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Now, Bern, I want to see if you can pick the winner. All right? I'm going to give you 5 hot men, and one of them was ranked as this year's sexiest man alive. You need to rank them and see if you can guess which one won.
Purely on looks, or am I taking in consideration to personality?
I think it's the whole package. I mean, it's just the general vibe you get from them.
Okay.
But mainly physical appearance. I mean, I'm giving you a photo. So
And you'll
just
give
based
me
off that.
a chance to rank them, and then you're going to tell me what the rankings were.
I'm going to tell you, who was number 1.
Okay.
Okay. So your first of your 5 is, the Hemsworth brothers.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, a.k.a.
Straight
Thor.
to the top.
Straight to the top, you reckon? All right. He's pretty sexy.
He's top and bottom at the moment. He's the only one.
Just hold.
Zac Efron.
Oh, Zach.
I reckon Zac
he looks a
Efron's-
bit plasticky now.
He is getting
What's
better
happened
with
to
age,
him?
but he's had a lot of work, I think.
He's been around a while now, High School Musical.
Yeah, I loved him
No,
back
he's
then.
certainly not in the top few. I don't think,
Okay.
for me.
Timothy Chalamet.
I've
He's
never heard
from-
of him, but...
You would have seen him in June or Willy Wonka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm putting him around here somewhere.
All right, okay.
Okay. John Krasinski. He's Jim from The Office.
Oh, yeah.
Do you recognise him?
Yeah, I do recognise him.
Yeah, funny one.
I'm not sure if he's good looking, is he? I don't know.
Yeah, he's more
down
like
here
a
somewhere.
funny guy, down to earth.
Okay.
Yep.
He
And
is.
then the
He's
last
funny.
of the 5 for you to rank in order
Right.
is Barry. I never know how to say his last name. Keegan Cogan. He was the main character in Saltburn. He's dating Sabrina Carpenter.
This bloke's in the top 5 in the world. Is this world?
Yeah.
Well, he's last. Daylight's second to
Just
last.
put some numbers on there.
No,
so we
he's
know
how many
what's
we got?
going on.
5.
Yeah,
He's
5, so
he's fifth.
Okay, Barry Keegan's
I need a
going
bit of
number
time.
5.
I need a bit of time in the break.
It's
just
all
to-
right. No, do it now.
Okay.
Okay,
I
just all right,
reckon
take your
he's,
time.
He's getting better as I look at him more.
Who's that?
Timothy.
Timothy Chalamet.
Okay, quick.
I always say
Come on.
Chalamet.
Go.
I'm sticking with. I'm
done?
going that order there.
Okay, can you number them for us?
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got
1,
number 1, Chris Hemsworth.
2,
2, Timothy Chalamet. That surprises me.
4.
Okay. 3, Zac Efron. 4, John Krasinski. And 5.
Oh, but a fair way last. It's Barry
You're not a
Crocker.
fan
Barry
of Barry
Crocker.
Keegan.
Keegan.
He is an unusual one, isn't he? He's definitely got a certain look.
So hang on,
You know-
where's like Brad Pitt, George Clooney?
Oh, they're
and all
old
my-
news. They're old news.
Are they?
Yeah.
I
They
still
were
think
sexiest
they're-
man alive back in the 90s.
Right,
you know.
I'm hanging on to a bit.
Okay, so you put Chris Hemsworth as number 1.
Yep. Well, you gave me him first, and I thought he's going to be hard to beat.
Okay. Well, how about we'll assess
Yes.
your
Okay.
ranking here,
We'll
and
find out how you
we'll
went
come
in a
back
minute.
next and let you know if you've nailed
Timothy
it.
just looks like he looks like a good bloke.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't want to attempt that last name.
Has Bernie got it right? Who is number 1? We'll find out in a moment.
SAFM's Bernie and Emma G. Best mates for breakfast.
On SAFM. Too sexy for my shit.
Love the music. People magazine has named the world's sexiest man alive. And we asked Bernie to rank 5 of the world's hottest men.
Yes.
And try and pick who might have been number 1 this year. So, Bern, tell us how you've ranked these 5.
Well, I love Chris Hemsworth, and I just think he's number 1 by a fair way. Timothy Camelot is second.
Timothy who?
Camelot.
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
You put him second.
He's second
You
because
think he looks like a
I
nice
think he
bloke?
looks like a nice bloke. Dating Kylie Jenner, I read about him.
Yeah.
but I don't know, he seems like he'd
All
be
right.
okay. Zac Efron,
Yep,
third. He's
yep.
looks a bit plasticky these days. I'm not sure what's
Yeah,
happened to him.
he's
He
had a
looked
bit of
all right
work, I
when he was a young fella. John Krasinski, fourth out of The Office.
Yeah, he's
he's
very
funny. He'd be a good time, I reckon.
He looks
number
like he's
4. I
very
probably
down to
should
earth, doesn't he?
Switch him up. And then Barry Crocker last. He's a long way last.
Barry Keegan.
My girl, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, your girl
boyfriend.
now. Is she
My
your girl? You know
yeah.
who she was 3
Yeah.
days ago.
All right.
He plays
How'd he go?
Oliver
How'd he
in
go,
Salford.
G?
Bern, you mentioned when you got to John Krasinski that you might change him up. Where, if you were to change him up, where do you think you might place
Because
him?
I think he'd be like great value. So I'm switching him with. I'm just putting him up 1.
Okay.
Zac Efron's gone down 1.
He was number one.
Was he?
He's the sexiest man alive
Right.
this year. John Krasinski from The Office. His wife is Emily Blunt.
Okay.
He's not your typical, chiseled jawline, smouldering eyes, is he?
Yeah,
But he's
no.
the funny guy. He's fairly handsome.
See, I picked that late. I feel
You
like he'd
did.
be a good fella to hang out with. He'd be
Personality
funny,
sexy.
He'd be good on the beers,
Oh,
good
absolutely.
stories.
Yeah.
Looks fade, but a guy that can make you laugh will win you
Yeah,
over
exactly.
every time. Well,
So-
Bern, you've been very judgmental about these five. Very judgy, and I've got a sexy man surprise for you.
Or is someone coming in?
All right, Adelaide.
Is Chris Hemsworth here?
I've heard about this. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, no.
Sexy man
I
surprise
know.
for Bernie next. SAFM with Bernie and Emma G.
SAFM's Bernie and Emma G. Best mates for breakfast.
On SAFM.
People magazine has just named the sexiest man alive, John Krasinski from The Office.
Yep,
And Bern, you just ranked some of the world's hottest men here.
I did.
Some Chris
did.
Hemsworth, Timothy Chalamet, Zac Efron, amongst others. Bern, if you're going to have such a strong opinion about these people,
Strong opinion. Okay.
what about what people said about you in your prime? Something's come across my desk.
Oh, see, you walked out of the studio 3 or 4 times and knew something was up. I thought, is she going to dress up as the panda and come back in? But what have you got, G?
An Adelaide Crows pretty list
Oh,
from 2010.
Pretty list.
Pretty list.
The pretty list.
Okay, right.
The Crows' hottest players
Hello.
from
Are you
ranking us?
2010. Well, they were ranked
Yeah.
already. This is from 2010. Who do you think
2010.
were some of the hottest players in the Crows back in
I'd
2010
go-
when you were playing?
Andrew McLeod would have been up there. No, he's not in the top 10.
Okay, they were ranked, given a score out of 10.
Oh, okay.
He was given a 4 out
a
of 10.
4 out of 10. Andrew McLeod.
Yeah.
Okay. What about like a Ben Rutten or a Rhett Biglands, though? Those are like the big guys.
Where do you think you sat, Ben?
Out of 100,
10.
my ranking.
Out of
Out of 10. Probably about 6.
Ooh.
Oh,
What about Bernie Sloan?
Rates himself.
I mean, Bernie Sloan, Rory Sloan.
Yeah, Rory Sloan.
What do you reckon
He
he-
would have been young then, though. He's only drafted in 09.
Okay.
Rory. Trying to think of some other players that were playing then.
Rory got a 3 out of 10.
3? Geez, who's rating these? This is harsh.
Ben, you came third.
Third.
Yeah.
You came third out of the top sexy players of the Crows in 2010.
Nathan Van Berlo was in there.
He's number one.
Yeah.
What was,
number
what was
one.
Bern's score?
Ben, your score was 7 out of 10.
7. Oh, there you go.
And Van Berlo was an 8. So
An 8.
you were close.
And thanks to the Van Berlo family for voting for him.
But Ben, you just got a text
Yeah.
from Abs.
I did, and
What
she
did she have to
said,
say?
well, she said,
Your
while you're
beautiful wife?
ranking, my beautiful wife, pull out your Cleo Bachelor of the Year photos.
Oh, hello.
Hang on a second.
Now-
You won Cleo Bachelor of the Year.
Yeah, I said no, but you caught me texting, so I'll try and find one. I'll try and find
What
one.
year?
That's
What year was this?
2012, that
2012.
was, yeah.
Okay.
So you were, what, 26?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, back in your
12
heyday.
Years ago, 13 years ago. Wowee.
We'll pull out some of those photos. We might have to
Okay.
get those on the SAFM socials,
No,
Ben.
they're not going anywhere. In fact, they've just been lost, taken off the internet.
SAFM's Bernie and Emma G. Best mates for breakfast.
On SAFM.
Bern's been helping me moving into my partner's place. Not physically, but emotionally.
Yes.
Eddie, the sunshine of my life. I've just moved in with him after 2 years of doing long distance while I was working in Sydney, and God, he's a patient man.
Yeah, he has to be with you.
I mean, I have completely taken over his wardrobe, his bathroom cupboard. He's putting together IKEA flat packs for me. But there have
Do you realise how hard that is for him to swallow, like to take? You know, you're taking over what's always been his.
You're right.
And you've probably been really nice about it, what I'm thinking, because he's too nice. He's actually probably too nice.
He has been really great about it. He's made me feel really comfortable, like this is my home.
Good on you.
But there have been some
toughen up.
things, yeah, maybe, because I have put my foot down on a few
Otherwise,
things.
you take over completely. You can't let you take over straight away.
That's what's happening. I think.
Eventually, you will, but you can't let it happen straight away.
So I've come to you with a checklist
Yes.
this week of things that we seem to be disagreeing on and that I would like my way.
Yep.
Here are some of them that I mentioned. He's sleeping on decorative pillows. Do you keep chocolate in the fridge or in the pantry?
I'm going fridge.
Oh, you're with Eddie. Every kitchen needs a spice cupboard, not my darling Eddie's bachelor pad.
I've agreed with you with a couple of things,
Yeah.
but yesterday you had no top sheet, Eddie has no top sheet.
You have to
I
sleep
don't-
with a top sheet.
No, I don't need a top sheet. And he chops on a wooden chopping board, which everyone should do. Microplastics, big no-no.
I think I'm being swayed with that one.
Yes,
But I have an update, Bern.
the bombshell.
Yes.
Oh no.
Eddie has been listening to the show.
Oh, good on you, Eddie.
Good. Oh, that's
Well-
good. That's supportive.
Well, because yesterday when I got home,
Oh no.
there was a top sheet on the bed.
What?
Yes.
Tucked in on my side.
He
but
made the bed.
loose on his side.
He knows how to do that.
He made it, and he made it especially with tucked in for me and loose so his feet could hang out at the end. He changed the pillowcase
Nah.
from a decorative
No.
to the plain white pillowcase, and
Spice rack.
the cabinet was full of spices.
Oh no, Eddie.
You have a keeper.
He is
you
a
have
keeper.
a keeper,
Bless
ladies and gentlemen.
him. Bless you, Eddie.
You give him an inch, they'll take a mile.
No, well done, Eddie. You're a good bloke.
He's the best. I'll stop complaining now.
Yes, it's AFM Breakfast. Bernie and
Beer
Emma
fridge,
G.
beer fridge.
SAFM's Bernie and Emma G.
Best mates for breakfast.
On
Do
SAFM.
you think your kid is a genius? Because our third child, a little girl called Charlotte, beautiful little girl she is, 1 year old, I should say. And I need to ask you this, G.
Yeah.
Go back to your school teaching days. Miss G, do you think Charlotte is a genius? Now, what do you think a 1 year old, what sort of numbers would you think she'd get to? Say counting?
Counting? A
One.
1-year-old is not expected to be able to count. I would say, probably by 2, you would hope they're counting.
Counting
Yeah.
to what sort of number by 2? Probably their age, 2,
At
3?
least 10.
10?
By the age of 2,
Right.
probably.
Okay.
But at 1-year-old, you wouldn't expect
Not
them to
expecting
count.
numbers?
No.
Well, Charlotte's 1. Remember, she's 1.
Yep.
And the other day, we were in a butcher shop of all places. There was one of those little toys where you poke the button out the other way, and she was counting them. And as she was counting, Abby thought she'd just record her, and this is what she got to.
Start at 1.
11.
Hey, that's right.
11.
She started.
She can count to 11.
And I think she went from 11 to 30. But anyway, that's okay.
And Charlotte's a genius.
She's a genius.
At 1-year-old, she can count to 11.
1.
Simple.
She's gone to 11.
That's
so,
incredible, Bern.
You said at 2, expected to get to 10, but she's
Yeah.
11 at 1. So I just thought that was pretty impressive. But she's the neglected one. The third child is she's learning her own way.
Working it
because,
out for herself.
Your first child, she's very careful with them. You're trying to do all the right things. You're learning as parents. The second one, you sort of think you've learned a little bit. By the time the third one comes around, you're that caught up with everything going on in life that they just do their own thing. So for her to be able to count to 11, I thought was pretty impressive.
It's very impressive, Ben. You know, as a primary school teacher, there used to be some signs that we would look out for in
Signs,
kids to
okay.
see if they were, we didn't call it genius, we
This
call
would
it
be interesting.
gifted. And showing an early interest in numbers was one of those.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
so you've definitely ticked that one off. How about some of these? Does she have a very large vocab for her age? Does she say words
She
that
actually
are...
talks really well for a 1. Yep.
So that's a tick. Does she show an interest in things like calendars, clocks, and jigsaw puzzles?
Jigsaw puzzle she does. Not so much clocks and calendars just yet, but I'll get her on the, what is it, the Google Calendar you were talking about today?
Does she ask a lot of questions? Is she curious?
She's curious, but not a lot of questions. This is starting to go south.
Oh,
isn't it?
okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But
yeah.
she can count
So-
to 11.
Well, she can count to 11, so
Yeah,
that's
11.
something.
There you go.
I'm sure she's not the only child genius in Adelaide. We'd love to hear from you. Is your kid a genius?
Yeah.
Brag about your kid to us. Give us a call on 13 10 60.
Yeah, what they can do, at what age, what
Yeah.
impressed you. I'm looking forward to hearing maybe how far your 1-year-old can count.
Yeah, give us a call, 13 10 60. You can text as well, 0488 52 107. How is your kid a genius? Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you next.
SAFM's Bernie and Emma G. Best mates for breakfast.
On SAFM.
Is your kid a genius? How and why do you think they are? This is off the back of my daughter Charlotte, who's 1, counting in the butcher shop.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, good.
She got up to 11.
Yeah, 11, then she skipped to 30-something. But anyway, we're working on that.
I put my teacher hat on, decided she is a genius because she can count to 11 at 1 years old. We've got some text because you're not alone here. 0488 52 107. Crystal has sent through, my son could name all the planets at 2 years old. Can you
All
even
the
name
planets?
the planets now, Bern?
Mercury, Venus. No.
Yeah. And Jasmine has texted through.
I forgot Earth. Sorry.
And the other 7 too.
There's a few more.
Jasmine says, my youngest son could recite the alphabet backwards perfectly without missing a beat at age 3.
No way.
I never got that.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Z.
Z, Y,
Good on you.
X.
All right, 13
No,
10
that's
60.
not
Give us a
right.
call. Is your kid a genius?
Megan in Glengarry, is your kid a genius?
Yes, I've got a little 4-year-old. Well, he's not 4 anymore, but at 4 he could do math sums.
No. What? Division, multiplication?
No, just plussing. And my daughter was at school and we were doing them with her and he was just on the floor playing with his cars and he was piping up with the answers and I was looking at him going, oh my goodness.
Wow.
And we did a few practice ones and he was doing them.
How old is he?
Very clever. He's 8 now.
8. Oh, I was going to say, is
And
he a
he's still
civil engineer or
loving
something?
Andrea in Craigmore, why is your child a genius?
Hi.
My son, who's nearly 10, at the age of 2, he could read the book Where is the Green Sheep from front to back without missing a beat. He knew every single word to the story.
We've
age
got the
without
green
fail.
sheep.
Do you
That's
know
right.
that one?
Yeah, where's the near sheep?
Yeah.
Where's the far
Yeah.
sheep?
Yeah.
And he even did like the hand actions, like where is the green sheep?
What are some of these? The swing sheep, the play
Glide
sheep.
sheep,
Yeah.
sun sheep, wind sheep.
And they'd say every third page, gee, it'd be, but where is the green sheep?
It's a great book.
The kids did that for book week.
Yeah, there
Harvey
you go.
Wenters, the green
Bedtime
sheep.
stories with Bernie
Yeah,
Vince.
I know them all. Caitlin from Gould Creek. I'm not sure where Gould Creek is. Caitlin, where's that? And welcome.
Hello, how you going?
Good, thanks. Where's Gould Creek?
It's like near Golden Grove.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice
Nice
area
one.
out there.
Caitlin, why is your kid a genius?
Well, actually, the kid was me.
Oh,
You. Oh, you're
Yeah,
pumping, you're getting around yourself. I'm a
I know, I'm
genius.
tooting my own horn.
Yeah.
No,
Good on ya.
I love that. Don't worry about that. I love that stuff.
Tell us why. What happened?
Apparently, I could talk at 9 months old, full sentences.
What?
They actually had me tested, and I was gifted.
Gifted.
They said I was gifted, and I could sing nursery rhymes by the time I was 12 months old, and strum a guitar, and knew all my colours. I could count to 100. Yeah, it was crazy. And then I got to year 3 and just about levelled out with everyone.
Oh, I was going to say, did you make the most of this early talent? What are you doing now? You don't have to answer that.
I'm a teacher now, so
She's
yeah.
passing on her knowledge.
There you
A lot
go.
of
Genius.
respect,
Do you have a
Caitlin.
gifted category like Miss G did?
Yeah, actually probably was.
Yeah, good on you. Hey, great call. Thanks, Caitlin.
Well done.
Charlotte's got 2 more good years in her.
Yeah, it's going to level out again. I thought, well, if I'm the father, she'll be levelling out at some stage.
Bernie and Emma G. Best mates for breakfast.
On SAFM.